What is going on, PlayStation Nation? It's your boy CEO Baby, and welcome to Overpowered Gaming. Today, I just wanted to touch on the state of the game and the future of the division, and what I might want to see come into the game, as well as things that need to change. Now, we know all the gear sets are out, and some of them are underwhelming, and some of them are good. To be classified gear sets and be gear sets that we had to really put in time to really grind for. As far as you was only able to get most of these gear sets until they came into regular rotation by grinding out the global events, which was a monthly event that they introduced about 2 to 3 months ago, I believe. And these events brought a large amount of players to the game, and a large amount of people came back to the game to grind out these global events and go for these gear sets. I did feel a little underwhelmed with Ambush because of the gear sets wasn't really significant to the game, being that we had Striker already out, Predator, Nomad, and this is what the meta is coming to, and this is what everybody is running between Striker and Nomad. These are the higher tier sets, and I do credit the developers for how they developed the game to be played in both ways, PvP and PvE, and how you can balance out your gear sets to support your team or to deal damage to other players. So these tiers can be broken up in many ways, and some of these sets can go between multiple sets. And I'm just saying, like a just prime example, you can have DPS, you can have a defense, you can have a healer, you can have a supporter, you can have a tactician, you can have a skill power, you can have all these different type of ways to play these builds, and some of these gear sets are geared towards those play styles. And I think that's what makes the game interesting and make people enjoy the diversity of the game. But as of now, in the state of the game, we see the meta is becoming a Striker meta. Being Striker is a two-way double-edged sword gear set, being able to face tank anything, as well as heal yourself. And once you get your stats, you can basically drill down the opponent with that extra damage, or you can just run away if you're taking too much damage and heal yourself up. And you will constantly heal as long as you're out of combat. And I think I'm not too big about saying things need buffs, because I've seen them buff down gear sets like Alpha Bridge, and it just really made the gear set invalid to the way we play the game. And certain gear sets like Tactician with their 6 piece is irrelevant to how anybody would play the game unless they play in PvE. But like I said, it's neither here or there. I would like to see them continue the global events and bring a player base back to the game where they can either do weeklies and have weekly events going on, or whatever, or things they can do for free to keep people engaged in the game. If they don't, then this game is going to die for sure. So you guys can let me know what you guys think about the new gear sets. Like I said, I don't want to really touch on bases of them. I do think Striker needs a little bit of work, or maybe they can up the ante on some other gear sets. I wish they would have really paid attention to Alpha Bridge. Like, even if they just add 5% more weapon damage between the two, giving it 10% for the 4 piece and then another 10% for the 6 piece, or bring back the 6 weapon talents. But now you can see, and just the way the meta is going, certain guns and how you roll them would not be valid, like Adapt and Competent. It's not good skills anymore. It's just mainly deadly, responsive, and vicious to get around, or Unforgiven to get around the stamina meta. And I think it just limits the way we can play the game and the way we can enjoy the game. Now, you can play any way you want to. You can be a sniper, you can have skill power, you can do these things because these sets are available to you, but you're going to be underwhelmed in trying to play the game in the in-game way as far as PvP. As far as PvE, like I said, I'm not big on PvE. I'm not a major PvE player, but I know some of these sets are really geared towards PvE, and solo sets and things like that, geared towards solo play. And I like that diversity, but like I said, PvE doesn't interest me. But as far as PvP, running in the dark zone, playing skirmish, the new game mode that they brought to the division, and as well as last stand and those things, I feel like that's the type of player base that I want to be engaged in. And once you get in these lobbies, everybody is running the same build: Striker, Predator, Nomad. And these builds need to really be looked at to kind of balance out the game a little bit. And that's going to be kind of hard to do, knowing that you can never please everybody. So you're going to have people unhappy if they do decide to buff down Striker. And you'll have some people happy if they do, make the other gear sets valid to compete. I have to say, the state of the game, they didn't really touch on anything or the future of the division, other than the drop rate would change, and I think that's going to be good to bring into the game, knowing that the regular gear sets are invalid now. Everything is about classified, and classifieds are the major source of the game and why you farm and why you play the game. So even if they just increase the drop rate of classifieds and exotics, I think that would be dope. But it wasn't no real confirmation on when that was going to happen. But I think that's going to be good. I know I'm a little burned out on Division, so I will still create content for it on my channel. But I definitely want to take a step back and a little break and, try some other games that I have, whether it's Destiny, Assassin's Creed, Resident Evil, again, the Not a Hero DLC, even Call of Duty. I might get into Call of Duty World War II. I haven't really put time into that. But for the most part, like I said, if they don't continue to have some form of things happening global event wise or something of that sort each month or in the future, then the game is going to die out, because even though it has a lot of content, I think they can rework survival to bring players back to that. I really enjoyed playing that for the first time last week. And I have to say, that's something that I will, bring to my channel as I get better at playing survival. But I would like to see them rework that and bring that to the forefront as well, like they did the Underground. Well, it's your boy CEO Baby. Thanks for coming through, checking out Overpowered Gaming. Peace.